Hello everybody, this is Prodgic Chess and I have a peak rating of 2000 in Rapid, and today I will be talking about how I went from 600 to 1600 in a few months without training more than an hour a day. I'll be breaking this video down into 5 parts, each of which will be a separate tip to help you systemize your training and improve faster. My first tip is that, especially for lower rated players, so players between 600 and 1400, around there, you should play a lot of blitz. A lot of it. Like, I'm talking like, not like 5-5, like, I'm talking like 3-minute or 3-2. And the reason is that you will increase your pattern recognition. Like, when you play rapid, you can only play like, at most, like, 5 per day, like at most, like if you're playing like 2 hours or something. But if you're playing blitz or bullet, you can get in like 30 games, and over time, like, that is gonna compound to a lot more than just playing rapid. Like, beginners, it's mostly what you learn is tactical patterns and openings. Like, those are the main, like, if you can fix your tactical mistakes, learn to recognize how to play against your opponent's blunders and mistakes, and you can play a good opening, you are going to improve extremely quickly, like insanely fast. That's like the main mistake with beginners. They play rapid. Don't play rapid as a beginner. There's this famous YouTuber called Chessbra who agrees with this. He's a grandmaster and he's rated about 2,700. Don't play rapid as a beginner. Like, until you reach about 1400 blitz or 1200, around there, don't play rapid. Just don't. Trust me. You're gonna improve a lot faster. Next, I'm going to be talking about what you should train. Like, obviously, you need to play games. Training games are super important, but you can't only play training games. You also have to do some other things. So, the first thing that you should prioritize is puzzles. Like, as a beginner, this is not the same with intermediate players, by the way. But as a beginner, you need to do a lot of simple puzzles, like pins, skewers, maiden, like 1 or 2, those kinds of puzzles. Do like a lot of them. Do maybe like 100 of them a day, maybe even. And you will improve a lot faster. But again, as a beginner, the main thing is learning to recognize tactical and positional patterns. Like, that is a main, like, because most of the time, beginners, the way they lose is just they just, like, blunder a piece. It's not like intermediate or advanced play, which is, like, sometimes you, like, make a positional mistake. It's mostly just blundering a piece. And if you can learn how to not blunder a piece or blunder less, and you can, when your opponent blunders a piece, you can take their piece, you're going to improve a lot faster. So you have to do a lot of easy puzzles, like do like 100 or 50 depending on how much time you have, and like play a few training games. When I was beginning to play chess, I found that the most interesting part of chess was openings, and the reason why is that if you play a good opening, you can crush your opponents like easily in the opening. Like, this is why a grandmaster spends so much time, like world champions or like top 10 players in the world. They spend a lot of time honing in their openings, because if you play a bad opening, you are not gonna, like, your middle game is going to fail. But this isn't as important as a beginner, but I recommend that you train some openings. The way that you improve at middle games is mainly just playing games and learning how to. You also need to learn how to convert positions, which playing training games helps with. And lastly, you need to work on endgames. I recommend pawn endgames. Start with pawn endgames. Then move to rook endgames. Those are the main 2 endgames you need to know. Yeah. My third tip is what websites you should use. Now, I personally use chess.com. Chess.com is very popular. I have a diamond membership on there. But if you are a beginner and you don't want to pay money, if you do not want to pay money, you should use Lichess. Lichess is a lot of tools. I think they're adding a lot more now. They have like puzzles. Their puzzles are everything on Lichess is free, by the way. So there's puzzles. You can now do puzzle streak, which is like you can spam puzzles. I don't think you can do as many. I don't know. I don't like use Lichess, but there are a lot of puzzle tools on Lichess you should use. Just be aware that the Lichess rating is not the same thing as chess.com rating. The difference is pretty insane. It's like 300 points or something. So just be aware of that. Now, if you do want to pay, I recommend chess.com. Just use one website, trust me. Don't go to like Chessable or like Chess20. Just use one, okay? And fourth, I will be talking about consistency. Now, chess, I think, is a lot about consistency, I think learning anything, in fact, there's a lot of consistency. You need to consistently play every single day and do those puzzles every single day. And you don't, not necessarily every single day, maybe like only 4 days a week, but don't stop. Like, until you get to a higher rating, you have to just cycle those games and puzzles over and over again. And you are going to blunder. It's going to be very difficult when you blunder your queen or you hang back rank mate or something. It's going to be difficult, but you have to continue. It's just part of the process. Like, very rarely, even I'll blunder a queen or I'll hang mate or something in bullet. But, you have to keep going. Like, it's just part of the process. And eventually you will blunder your queen less because you've seen one common one is like you moved your queen to the side of the board and the knight was already there and takes your queen. If you blunder that like maybe 3 times at most, you're going to start recognizing those patterns. So it's very important to be consistent and don't give up. And this 5th tip, this will help you with your rating, and which is that when you feel like you're playing badly, stop playing. Like, I used to make this mistake so much. Like, for example, like a few months back, I reached about 1700 bullet. I got to, and then I got to like 1750, and then I started losing games, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna go try and get back. And then eventually I just went to 1650. When you're playing badly and you recognize that, or you're losing a lot of games, even if you have a few wins, in your losses, stop playing. You shouldn't and maybe do some puzzles or something. If you really want to play, what I recommend is creating another account and just not worrying about your rating too much on that account, and just play games there. And there you have it. Those are my 5 chess tips to get from 600 to 1600 in less than 6 months. It's actually a lot easier than you think. I don't think it was really that hard. The thing is, I enjoy chess, which is also important. Most of all, you need to enjoy chess, but not too much. Don't do any part of this, right? So again, the 5 tips I will now repeat at the end of the video. Number 1, play Blitz and Bullet. Number 2, train a lot of puzzles, and train a little bit of openings and endgames. You should use Lichess if you do not want to pay at first, and you should use chess.com if you do want to pay. 4th, you have to be consistent. Don't give up. Number 5, when you feel like you are playing badly one day or another, stop playing and just take a break and do something else. There you have it. Those are my 5 tips to improve from 600 to 1600. See you next time. Signing off, Prodgic Chess.